Throw over to first. Harrison is back in time. You might be back on Facebook. Popped up and out of play. It's AAA Auto Glass foul ball. A lot of fun battling internet issues. I know you folks aren't enjoying it there at home. I guarantee it. Right now we're up. Throw back to first, and Harrison back in for the third time safely. He walked, leading off the top of the third, 1-1. I think we are back. Bear with me. And that's pitch in there on the outside corner for called strike three as Jackson Cothran goes down looking. That doesn't happen very often. It's only his 14th strikeout of the year. Pretty good pitch on that outside corner. That's the first strikeout by Mac Ketchen. That brings up Joe Watkins, who swung at the first pitch. He saw it and grounded back to the pitcher. That's a breaking pitch that sails high. This internet goes down again. I'm going to try to get off of the plugged in internet. Try to just go with my Verizon Wi-Fi here. The internet worked fine yesterday or last night. Not sure what's going on, but I think that's what the PLTE problem is. 3 balls, no strikes to Joe Watkins. University of Alabama, Birmingham. Trevor, I appreciate that. Smaller crowd here tonight or this afternoon. Yesterday, the Rio pitch gets in there on the outside corner. Tied up 1-1 here in the top of the third inning. Count with a couple of hits. Danville with 4, and there is the second walk of the inning. Joe Watkins reaches. Now runners at first and second with Jacob Rowald coming to the plate. This is the second start of the year by Mac Ketchen. Right-hander for the Danville Dance. Morgan Davis, a relief pitcher for the Rhythm, played a couple games for the Danville Dance. I heard him call out his host family earlier. I don't remember the name. Fastball misses high and inside. Let's see if this will result in a meeting. It will not. Nobody coming out of the dugout yet. 2 walks and a strikeout looking to Jackson Cothran. It's another ball high. I was just a pitch early on my prediction about a visit from the pitching coach. See if I have that information written down. Pitching coach is Andrew Loudermilk. He's going to have a meeting with the entire infield. Head coach in his 10th year, Danville, is Eric Coleman. He's assisted by Jesse Hall. He's the hitting coach, pitching coach Andrew Loudermilk, and a legend in college baseball, Ron Polk, is a consultant and assistant coach here for the Danville Dance. I alluded to it earlier. Not sure if folks were listening in at the beginning of the broadcast, but we had some excitement last night as we got back to the hotel. The bus driver is positioning the bus to park for the night. You can't just park the bus anywhere. There was somebody that had a little trailer and an SUV, and they were kind of parked sideways in the spot that we had parked earlier. But there was enough room for us, but he just had to back up. He backed up and put the end of the bus, which is in there for a called strike. Jacob Rowald was at the top of the letters. Counts 2 balls and a strike. He backed up, and there was a bush right there at the end of that parking lot, and the heat from the bottom of the motor on the bus ran a little foul over Jimmy Gamboa at first base. He makes the play. Count goes 2-2. He backs up into that bus, and I had already gotten out of the bus. I was headed to the hotel trying to come in the side entrance. Couldn't get in, so I started walking around to the front. Next thing I hear is guys getting off the bus, and they're yelling. And I'm looking over. What are they yelling about? The back of the bus is on fire, as is the bush. 2-pitch, high and to the right side. It's in foul territory. Over is Michael Ryan, and he can't make the catch and then slams into the fence. It is a chain link fence. It was the only Danville Dan that had a chance at that one. First baseman Ray Wells didn't even attempt that, but Michael Ryan tried to make a running shoe top grab. Came up just a little short, but he could then stop himself before he went into the chain link fence. But he's up and he's grabbed his hat and he's headed back to first base. No trainer comes out to check on him. So count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes in that AAA autoglass foul ball. So the result was Anchor Transportation sent a brand new bus up to bring us his time, makes full count, Ministries full count. Took us to lunch today and then hauled us over here to the Danville Stadium for this afternoon's game. Nobody was injured other than that pretty large bush. So there'll be pictures when you get home. 3-2 pitch. That's the same pitch right there. They got Jackson Cochran and Jacob Rowald was down on strikes. 2 left-handers that giving up on that pitch that's running away from them on the outside corner. And home plate umpire Steve Bernardino apparently liking that pitch. A second strikeout for Matt Ketchum. 2 outs, 2 on. Brings up Brett Von Dolan. He looks at a called strike on the outside. He popped up to the first baseman in foul territory to end the first. Von Dolan leads the team in several offensive categories, including games played. This is his 38th game of the year. Swings and misses to the breaking pitch in the dirt. Gets away to the left to Josh Davis just for a bit, but no runners can advance. 0-2 count. He also leads in hits for 38. Jackson Cochran now has 37. I believe he's tied with it's got 37. So Parliament, Joey Parliament with 37. Dolan takes another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he nearly got hit with that pitch. Almost couldn't hold up on his swing, but he did. The count moves to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Also leads in home runs with 4 and RBIs with 36. 2-2 pitch is a slider outside. And the count goes full. The runners will be on the move on this full count Ministries. Full count. Von Dolan in the top 5 in RBI category. Hitting .262 coming into the game. Runners go. Von Dolan was jammed and just got a piece of that one. Just looked like Joe Watkins wasn't sure there were 2 outs. Ramey Harrison busted it off of second base quickly, but Watkins, a little slower response. We'll do it all over. And there they go. There's a full AAA autoglass foul ball. Fall into the little distance between the field area and the seated area. Got some folks sitting down right in front of me, and have to turn that microphone down a little bit so we don't catch their entire conversation. Full count pitch, swing and a miss on a high fastball, and Matt Ketchum strikes out the side. So the 2 walks in the inning do not come back to bite the Danville Dans. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the third. 1-1 is our score. Hopefully our internet will stay up for the rest of the ball game. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Score home run deals from your hometown dealer. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We've got Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, every new vehicle comes with Rhythm's exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles at no additional charge. We've got great deals on deck, so step up to the plate. Find your new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram at rhythmcdjr.com. Feel the rhythm, love the ride.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Bottom of the third we go. 9-1-2 to face Zane Brown, Colton Coates, Sebastian Arguelles, and Michael Ryan. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Danville scored one in the bottom of the first. Full Count matched that with one in the top of the second. First pitch is outside. It's a fastball that Coates takes for ball one. South Haven, Mississippi. Pops that one up. That will get out of play and straight back. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Plays his baseball at Louisiana Tech. He was 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. Had an RBI. Played second base in that ball game. Today he is at third base. Brown rocks and fires. Another AAA Autoglass foul ball. That will get off one of the wooden beams and carry him back into the well next to the Danville Dan's dugout. Youngest bat boy there will get that one. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Brown is outside. Jacob Rowald's out in left field. Joe Watkins in center. Andrew Hunt in right. Brett Von Dolan at third. Joey Parliament at short. Ramey Harrison's over at second base. Harrison Travis at first. And Jackson Cothran catches ball 3. And we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count to Colton Coates. Coates comes in hitting 186. This is the 27th game of the year for him. Ground ball foul. Will stay in the field of play. Aaron Hash, relief pitcher, went 3 innings in yesterday's game. Picked up his first save of the year. He's hustling out of the dugout to get that AAA Autoglass foul ball. A line drive, base hit into right field by Coates, and Danville leads off for the second inning out of 3 with a base hit. This is Coates' 19th hit of the year. Not of this game. That'd be a record. Sebastian Arguelles, who smacked the first pitch he saw from Zane Brown into center field for a base hit. Steps in. He's now 3 for 6 in the series. Another throw over to first. Coates back in time. Not able to print off the stats, so gotta use my iPad here to flick back and forth. Takes up a lot more time. The pitch swung on and fouled off to the right side. Somebody in the Rhythm bullpen sitting in lounge chairs out there and took off his hat and went after that one as though he was going to catch it with his hat. Not sure who that was. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Zane Brown in his 8th start of the year, which leads the club. Fastball high and tight. Ball 1. His last outing was at DuBois County 8 days ago. He got the victory, went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, a run, and which was earned. No walks, 3 strikeouts, and he was the Frosted Luau player of the game. Throw over to first is not in time. Coates is back. The start prior to that was against Chillicothe Paints. at home. Took a loss there, 5 innings. A AAA autoglass foul ball. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. But 5 innings, gave up 8 hits in that game, 7 runs, which were earned. Took it on the chin there, did not walk a batter, then struck out 7. He is 5th in the Prospect League in strikeouts. He comes in with 50 Ks. He's picked up 1 so far in this game. So he's got 50 roof store strikeouts. Make it 51. Make it another AAA autoglass foul ball. Arguelles hanging tough. See how many times this young man has gone down on strikes. 23, went down twice yesterday. 18 walks. Came in hitting 310. Throw over to first base, runners back. This is his 41st game, and it's the team's 47th. He leads in that category for the Danville Dance. The pitch is drilled out to center field, but Joe Watkins back up about 10 steps and make the catch. 407 to dead center field. That's not as big as Loeb Stadium 414, I believe, in Lafayette, Indiana. 330 down the right field line, 332 down the left field line. No markers out there in the gaps, right or left center field, so you can only guess. But a deep center field, there's a ground ball, could be 2. Harrison to Parliament to first base as Michael Ryan is, I wouldn't even say he's jogging to first base. He's the right fielder that he's been injured twice. He fouled one off of his foot in his first at bat, and he ran into the fence in right field, so might be coming out of the game. Looks like the first base coach kind of just gave a throat slash like he's done, but Michael Ryan just hit into a dude-dat double play, 4-6-3, just what the doctor ordered for Zane Brown. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're a third of the way through this ball game and tied up 1-1 between the 2 Eastern Conference Central Division foes. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
New right fielder for the Danville Dans, number 14, Judd Files, heads out to take the place of Michael Ryan, who apparently was injured on that attempted catch of the foul ball in right field last half inning. For 14, Judd Files. It's a right-handed pitcher. Maybe it's not Judd Files. Let's see who they say. That's who's showing. Let me see if I've looked at the right number on. Shows he's active. We have not heard on the PA as Joey Parliament looks at another breaking pitch that's inside. And he barely got out of the way of that one. He didn't get out of the way of the first one. Was hit by a pitch, but quickly erased on a ground ball to the shortstop. Fastball whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. their game day lineup. Very hard to see. Let's read the print on that. It's number 14 on the roster, indicates 14 as Files. Let me see if I can see that on the stats. Ground ball to third. Coates up with it, and a strong throw over to first base to retire Joey Parliament for the first out. Maybe they have a limited roster. Judd Files is showing as a pitcher for 31 2/3 innings. Does not show that he's gotten into a game as a batter. So Andrew Hunt steps in. He scored the Framework Athletics first run of the game. Looks at a called strike on the outside corner. Whoever it is playing in right field, he's playing very deep. He starts to come in a little bit now. Breaking pitch lands down low. Had some internet problems here today, but maybe they're rectified now. Hopefully they are. Plugged straight in to their Ethernet cord here. They have Comcast, about 800 megabits per second upload, but down low is about 10. Drive out to right fielder. Number 14, he's casually going after that one, and he makes the catch. See if, make sure that, that's a 1 and a 4, folks. I'm going to go. Judd Files makes the catch. We're out number 2. And on the roster, it indicates he's a right-handed pitcher from Mississippi State University, Plantersville, Mississippi. Harrison Travis stands in with 2 out, nobody on. He swings at a first pitch, grounds one down the third base line, but it will go foul. AAA autoglass foul ball. It will roll on to the field of play as young man out of the dugout will home plate umpire is calling timeout. Pitcher is in his stretch. Harrison Travis was waiting for the pitch, and catcher was in his crouch. Finally, the catcher stands up and says, hey, hold on. We got to wait for that guy to get the baseball. He's in fair territory. Now we're ready. 0-1 pitch, swung on a miss. Breaking pitch lands down low. And Travis is down in the count 0-2. Harrison had an RBI single in the second. Drove in Andrew Hunt to tie this ball game 1-1. 15 runs scored yesterday. 2 here as Travis swings at another breaking pitch in the dirt. He'll be retired. Now he's retired. His throw from the catcher to first base down in the dirt had to be dug out of there by Gray Wells. 4th strikeout of the ball game for Mac Ketchen. Got Harrison Travis a couple times on the breaking pitch. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th. All tied up 1-1. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram is like no other.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has been the title sponsor for Full Count Rhythm the last 3 years. I thank Ryan Duncan, the folks over at Rhythm CDJR, for their generosity. Got a brand new dealership now down on West Main Street, Hendersonville. It's 1221 West Main Street. You can Take a look at their inventory online at rhythmcdjr.com. Gray Wells leading off against Zane Brown, out for inning number 4. 36 pitches it shows on the Presto Sports for first 3 innings for Brown, as that pitch is swung on and fouled off. It will hit off the chain link fence. Carry him right on back out to Zane Brown, wearing number 22 red jersey today. White pants, red tops, navy blue hats. Swinging a ground ball. Diving play by Ramey Harrison from his knees. Throws to first base, and out is the call. Base umpire Preston Childers was behind the pole. I couldn't see him, but put a star by that one. Ramey Harrison with a diving play just stole a hit from Gray Wells. Just throw from his knees. Almost like a changeup over to Harrison Travis, but he had to stretch it. That 6'4" frame. Got all he could to keep his toenail on the bag and make the catch. Josh Davis, who flew into a double play to end the first inning, stands in, looks at ball over the plate for a called strike, and then he gets a swinging strike, does Zane Brown. Josh Davis, the catcher today, did not catch in yesterday's game. He's from Stanwood, Washington. Attends St. Leo University. 6'1", 205-pound rising senior. Looks at breaking pitch outside for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Zane Brown winds and delivers. Swinging a AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side. The kids will scramble for that one. I think there's a little grassy area over that way, and some folks parked there. I don't understand why people park that close to the stadium, other than the fact they don't want to walk very far, but too many foul balls. Fastball's high and away. Sun shining on the majority of the playing surface. It is back and to my left, so the stadium is causing shade across the plate. Just pop up to the right side. Harrison Travis over to the fence. He makes the catch in a little cutout just on the other side of the Rhythm dugout. And area cutout, I guess that's where you get to the bullpen area. And there's out number 2. Nice play by Harrison Travis. Jackson Cothran did exactly what he's supposed to do as the catcher. He goes over to the screen to see how close Travis was to the boundary. Problem was, he can't see to that cutout area. Harrison Travis never took his eye off the ball. Taft Middleton looks at a called strike. Left-handed hitter, and he has to move his torso out of the way of that inside fastball. Might have hurt his back doing it. He's reaching back his lower back right now. Just like it was the pitcher last night that had to leave the game. And another fastball as Middleton looks out that time at Brown like, hey, what are you doing? Are you trying to hit me? Don't know if Zane Brown, maybe he just doesn't like Auburn. Another inside changeup is down. The count goes 3 balls and a strike after he got the first pitch in there for a called strike. He's gone 3. 2 fastballs inside and then a changeup inside. 3-1 pitch. Lifted out to left field. Jacob Rowald is over toward the fair line, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. And that's a 1-2-3 inning, first of the ball game. 4 full count. They did only face 3 batters in the third because of the inning-ending dudette double play. We're through 4. 1-1 is the score. We'll see if Taft Middleton stays in this game as well. He's walking back very gingerly to the Danville Dan's dugout. We'll be right back.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at heliteconline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
We're in Danville, Illinois. Rhythm taking on the Danville Dans. They've been in the league for a while. Prospect League. Rhythm's first year. And the first time to come to Danville, Illinois. Right across the Indiana line. About an hour away from Lafayette, where we were on Friday night. Matt Ketchen still on the mound for the Dans. Will face 8, 9, and 1 in the Rhythm lineup. That's Wyatt Fuchs, Ramey Harrison, and Jackson Cothran. Rhythm with 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Danville Dans. They had 6 errors in the game yesterday, the Dans did. They were throwing it all over the place. There's a high fly ball to deep left field. Wyatt Fuchs might have just left the yard. He will not. It will land foul and just short of the wall. He hooked that one just a little bit too much and got it maybe just down a hair on that barrel. He was trying to pick up his second home run of the year. He has a 3-run home run that he delivered at Drakes Creek Park that earned him a Frosted Luau Player of the Game. Breaking pitch lands down low. Wyatt was one of the players to take advantage of Rhythm allowing these players to go on mission this summer. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Then came back. They played a few games and then had to leave again. Swing and a miss on another breaking pitch. Fuchs down on strikes. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Ketchen. So after the loud fly ball foul down the left field line, Ketchen says, I'm not giving him any more fastballs. 3, nothing but breaking pitches. Ramey Harrison steps in. He walked leading off the 3rd inning. Swings at just a lazy swing at a breaking pitch, almost like he started to go and wanted to stop. It's like, I can't help myself. I have to swing. And he got enough of it. Fouled it off to the right for a AAA autoglass foul ball. Sunny San Diego, where it never rains. PLTV still off again. Miss Susie. Looks like it's back up now. We're having some internet outages in and out here. I'm sure that's what has something to do with PLTV being down. But looks like it's back up on my iPad. So hopefully that was a little while ago. Sound is, I'm not sure what's going on with their sound. They've been having issues. Swing and a miss, and Ramey Harrison goes down on a breaking pitch. Matt Ketchen is gaining momentum. He has now struck out 5 of the last 7 batters. And 6 of the last 9. Back to the top of the order, Jackson Cothran, strikeout victim in his last at-bat. Looks at a called strike on the outside corner, another breaking pitch that Ketchen just drops right in. Cothran singled in the first. It's 1 for 2. Taps one to the first baseman. That's 2 hops. Gray Wells will glove, and he'll take it himself. Clear out number 3. Second straight 1-2-3 inning for full count. As we will go to the bottom of the 5th, 1-1. We're scheduled for 9 innings here on a beautiful sunny day in Danville, Illinois. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Zane Brown back out on the mound for the bottom of the fifth. We'll face 6, 7, and 8 in the Danville lineup. Checking the Prospect League scoreboard today. It's like Rex Baseball has already lost to Lafayette Aviators in Lafayette 5-3 in game 1 of a doubleheader. Lafayette is leading in game 2 in the bottom of the fourth. So that's good news for Full Count, as Rex is leading the league in the second half with an 11-5 record. Full Count is 10-8, so they played 2 more games in the second half. Brown delivers. That's a fastball on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike to his opposing pitcher, Matt Ketchen, who struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Breaking pitch, that's the one that he took for a called strike 3, and he takes it for a called strike 2 this time. Also in the Eastern Conference Central Division, besides Full Count and the Danville Dans, DuBois County is the 15th. Line drive out to left center field. Back goes Jacob Rowald. He's not going to be able to get to this one. It splits the gap. Ketchen's going to pull in at second base with a leadoff double here in the fifth. Maybe that will help Full Count out as he comes over to the third base coach, Eric Coleman, to hand him his batting gloves and all of his gear, elbow guard, shin guard, mouthpiece. Not sure what else he had. Doesn't put on an oven mitt, though. That brings up Austin Newegg, who singled up the middle with 2 outs in the second. So Full Count in Danville, 2 of the 5 teams in the Central Division, as Newegg swings over that fastball for a swinging strike. Normal Corn Belters is the 5th team. So 4 teams are playing each other, and then the Corn Belters taking on the Alton River Dragons. Swing and a miss. Zane Brown hadn't had a lot of that today. Only has 1 strikeout. Came in 5th in the Prospect League with 50 strikeouts in 40 innings. Not had big strikeout performances in now the last 2 games. Has a 12 strikeout outing earlier this year. That was in the 10-0 victory, 7 innings against Rex Baseball. Swing and a miss, and there's another Roof Store strikeout. Second of the ball game, and first out here in the 5th. Ketchen standing at second base. That'll bring up Andrew Hendrickson, the center fielder, playing in his second game as a Danville Dan. 6'2", 190-pound infielder, outfielder, apparently. Playing center field today, played third base yesterday. Swings it from the left side, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. Hendrickson with a little shake of his head, like, I don't know about that. In that start against Rex Baseball back on June 15th, Zane Brown, no walks and 12 strikeouts as Ketchen hops off of second base. to distract Brown. He delivers a pitch way wide. Parliament, who's been playing the majority of the year at second base, has now moved over to shortstop with the loss of Parker McDonald, who's, I understand, has gone back home. So Parliament now is at shortstop, and he is working on trying to keep catching close. Ground ball up the middle. Parliament dives and can't get it. They're going to send the runner. Watkins will not make a throw to the plate. Zane Brown tried to make the behind the back snag of that ground ball right back up the box, but can't get it as Hendrickson drives in the go-ahead run. 2-1 is the score. It's the second hit of the inning, 7th of the ball game. Zane Brown gave up 7 hits to the Chillicothe Paints at going 5 innings, took the loss 8-3. Colton Coates, who had a single, was able to check his swing on that first pitch. So he is now tied the most hits he's given up all year. Prior to that, the most was 2 hits. AAA Autoglass foul ball back to the screen. I apologize. 3 hits against DuBois County in his last start. Zane Brown been one of the top pitchers in the Prospect League all year long. Was not on the original roster to start the year. Throw over to first. Hendrickson back in time, but got on quickly. His first start was up in Marion, Illinois against the Thrillville Thrillbillies. That was 5 games into the season. Ground ball, that will get off the glove and over to Parliament. He steps on second, throws to first, and that is another dudette double play. The 3rd of the ball game. I believe that got off of Zane Brown's glove, so it's going to be a 1-6-3 dudette double play. We want to thank Craig Sinnard and the folks at Dudette Communications for their generosity. Printed the programs and some other items for Full Count Rhythm. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through 5, and Danville has the 2-1 lead. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the 6th inning after this message from Corson and Music City Fire and Sprinkler.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Joe Watkins will stand in against Mac Ketchen, who just scored the go-ahead run after doubling the lead off the bottom of the 5th. His first pitch to Watkins is low and inside. Joe grounded out to the pitcher in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. He takes another breaky pitch down low. And some Cardinals fans here in the stands. Just told that this is Cardinals and Cubs territory. 2-0 pitch lands in there for a called strike. Joe came in hitting .202. This is his 37th game. of the year. In the last 4 games, he's gone 4 for 16 with 2 doubles. That's lifted out to right field. I don't know if it'll stay up. It will. It'll stay up long enough for who I believe is Judd Files out there, right-handed pitcher from Mississippi State, makes the catch. Who's on for Michael Ryan, who came out of this game due to an injury. Jacob Rowald will stand in. Longest outing of the year by Mac Ketchen. Sails that pitch high. Last pitched 3 days ago against the Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimp in relief. Went 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, which were earned. Walked 2 and struck out 3. His last start was a week ago against the Champion City Kings, and he got the win going 6 innings in that game. So he is trying to tie his longest outing. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, which were not earned. There's a breaking pitch on 2-0 count that drops in there for a called strike. So it looks like he's liking that breaking pitch when he needs to throw a strike. Rowald 0 for 2, pop out and a strikeout looking. And he's going to swing and miss at another breaking pitch. A little bit high, but probably in the zone. Let's take a little time out right here. He likes to rub dirt on those hands. He does not wear batting gloves. Chokes up a bit, crouches down, ready for the 2-2 pitch. Started to go, but they're going to check down at first base with a left-handed batter, which is nigh on impossible for a umpire to be able to tell whether or not he went. But he gave his opinion, which was no. So we'll have a full count Ministries, full count to Rowald. He swings and foul tips that one into the mid. So if you're keeping track at home, it is a full count first pitch foul ball, but it's a strikeout, and that is the 7th of the ball game by Mac Ketchen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has retired the last 10 batters he's faced. Brett Von Dolan, not Vondelin, stands in. He's looking for his first hit of the game. Popped out and struck out as well. Looks at ball 1. So 7 strikeouts matches his high for this only start against the Champion City Kings. It gets called strike there as a floater comes in on the inside corner. Catching it over 80 pitches now. AAA autoglass foul ball gets to the back of the screen. And the young ball boy from Danville dugout comes out to collect that one. Joey Parliament started to go from the on-deck circle. Kitchen tried to get Von Dolan with another breaking pitch inside that Von Dolan did kind of give up on, but it went down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Fastball misses out. Taft Middleton is still out in left field. Andrew Hendrickson in center. Judd Files in right. Colton Coates at third. Sebastian Arguelles at short. Austin Newegg at second. Gray Wells at first. And Josh Davis makes the grab on that swinging strikeout. That's 8 in the ball game. Just set his new season high, and another 1, 2, 3 inning. That is 3 straight for full count, as they are down 2-1, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Escape to a taste of the tropics with Frosted Luau, Hendersonville's favorite soft serve ice cream truck. Indulge in our creamy delights with options for everyone, including dairy-free and vegan treats. Planning a corporate event or a birthday bash? Let Frosted Luau cater to your sweet cravings. Visit frostedluau.com, follow us on Instagram at Frosted Luau, or call 615-422-6133 to book your luau today. Frosted Luau, where every cup is a vacation.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're a part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhoods thrive. We take the time to get to know our clients. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours so that we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Call your local Country Financial representative, William Stiles, today at 615-824-7020 to talk about how we can help ensure the future you're dreaming of is something you can proudly own no matter what it looks like.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Sebastian Arguelles to lead off the bottom of the sixth. He does not swing at the first pitch. It's a breaking pitch, just a tad inside for ball one. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Shortstop swings and misses at that breaking pitch. 5'11", 195 pound, rising junior at Santa Barbara City College. He's from Monterey Park, California. 1-1 pitch, slider misses low and away. Is Zane Brown out for his 6th inning of work. See if I've got the scoreboard up. Pitch count pretty good. Line drive dropped by Brett Von Dolan. Thought he had it in his glove. And started to take another step, was stumbling a little bit. It fell out of his glove. He tried to pick it up again and couldn't get the handle on it. We'll see how that one's ruled, but Sebastian Arguelles reaches first base. See how Blake, the official score, so that one. And they're going to give Brett Von Dolan an error, and I don't disagree. The line drive was basically just stick his glove out to the left side and make the catch. Maybe a 90+ mile an hour line drive, but definitely able to handle it. Drops it. It's the first error of the ball game, the first error of the trip. Judd Files getting his first at bat, fouls that one off. AAA Autoglass foul ball. He's down in the count 0-2. Did not hear them call his name. I should have been paying attention to that, but make sure that it is in fact Judd Files. It came on for Michael Ryan. Just a turn away from the fastball inside. He does exactly what you're supposed to do. He turns away from it, back toward the backstop. Looks down to Eric Coleman, the third base coach, for the sign. This is his first at-bat of the year. Brown delivers. It's pretty good hack at a breaking pitch at AAA Autoglass foul ball. It will go down the third base line, and it will need to be retrieved by someone out of the Danville dugout. It stays in foul territory, so they'll continue action. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no out, runner at first. He stays, popped up on the right side. Ramey Harrison out into shallow right field, but on comes Andrew Hunt, and he tried to make a diving play. Ramey Harrison had called for it. Looked like he was somewhat under it. Andrew Hunt called him off and then had to make a diving attempt. Dropped the ball, but they were able to get Sebastian Arguelles at second, as he had to wait to see if it was going to be caught. So a fielder's choice will put Judd Files on, and that is the first out of the 6th. Problems now. I can't even get. See if I can back that one up. I think. Say that Ramey Harrison picked that ball up and threw to Joey Parliament for the out. Gray Wells, he slices one foul. That gets into the bullpen where a left-hander's warming up for the Danville Dans. Says that it was Andrew Hunt that picked it up. I guess that probably was. If that's the case, that's his third assist. Tapper foul at the plate. That'll catch some of the bottom region of Gray Wells. Andrew Hunt had 2 assists from right field in the first inning. And then picked up another outfield assist right there after he was unable to catch the fly ball that was actually just about 3 steps off the dirt in right field. So Ramey Harrison had a long way to go from where he was playing at second base. Pitch misses outside, runner stays at first. If in fact that's Judd Files, and if in fact that's his first time to be on base here in the year, probably not going to be sending him. And it doesn't go. It's popped up out to left field. Jacob Rowald loses his lid, makes the catch in the left center field. Route number 2. So the official score says that Art Glass was out at second, right field to shortstop. So that's how it's going to go in my score sheet. Hunt trying to make that diving play, came up just a little short, didn't get a glove on it, but the dive to the ball was not as smooth as it could have been because he had a long way to dive. AAA autoglass foul ball off to the right side by the bearded catcher, Josh Davis. It looks like he's 35 years old with that beard. I thought he was one of the coaches walking around before the game, but he's not. It's going to be lined out to right field. Andrew Hunt makes a diving catch, and that will end the inning. Put a star by that one. Andrew Hunt, all kinds of action. Lost probably his sunglasses on that dive, but if he doesn't make that, that's a run for sure. And Josh Davis is going to probably end up at third base on a line out to right field. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We are 2/3 of the way through this ball game, and Danville leads 2-1. Do want to get to a scoreboard update again, finish that, as it appears as though the Aviators have been tied up now by Rex Baseball in the top of the 6th, 3-3. 9-9 in the top of the 12th between Springfield at the Clinton Lumber Kings. And if you look at the scoreboard on Presto Sports, the Burlington Bees are taking on the Burlington Bees. I find that hard to believe. So we have a new pitcher out on the mound for the Danville Dance. Tell you about him in just a second. O'Fallon Hoots losing to Thrillville. Thrillville is in the top of the 8th, 2-0. Chillicothe Paints 14. Johnstown 5 in the bottom of the 6th at Chillicothe. 9-6 Rockabilly's over the Cape Catfish in the bottom of the 6th. Normal Corn Belters have picked up a run up at Alton River Dragons. They're just getting started in the bottom of the 2nd. 7-0 the City Kings over Du Bois County Bombers. 7-0. Rocky King is the new left-handed pitcher who's rising, probably grad student. He's from Buckeye, Arizona. He attends Arizona Christian University, 5'10", 185 pounds, and he is on in relief of Mac Ketchen, who goes 6 innings. Gives up 2 hits. So those were in the first 2 innings. 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2, I believe. He did. Struck out 8 batters and hit 1 batter. Right now he's in line for the victory, which would be his 2nd victory in 3 decisions. Get you some stats from Rocky King. Rocky King is only on for his 3rd appearance of the year, 3 2/3 innings. giving up 1 hit, 1 run, which was unearned. Walked 2, struck out 2. See if we can find out when Rocky last got on the mound, as he will face Joey Parliament, Andrew Hunt, and Harrison Travis. Here, and the first pitch goes in the dirt, rolls all the way to the backstop. An inauspicious start by Senor King. Andrew Hunt retrieves that one. Joey Parliament swings and misses at the fastball. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Must have been a late pickup. His first appearance was the 17th. Foul tipped at the plate. That'll catch a piece of Josh Davis, and home plate umpire Steve Bernardino will a slow walk out to the left-hander and deliver the baseball. So King with a 3-inning outing against the Johnstown Millrats back on July 17th. 3 innings, no hits, the 1 unearned run. His time is now called. Joey Parliament doesn't realize time's called. Home plate umpire comes out from behind, and that's the second time that we've had a timeout, but the players don't really realize it. Parliament's 0 for 1, been hit by a pitch, grounded out. So a fastball up and away for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Rhythm shortstop. King also pitched in game 1 of the doubleheader. Another foul tip at the plate, AAA autoglass foul ball, and that takes another bite out of our catcher Josh Davis. Rocky went 2/3 of an inning, gave up the 1 hit in the 3-1 victory by Danville against Du Bois County. That was on Friday night. So this is his 3rd outing. Parliament spoiling pitches. Appreciate you joining me on Facebook. Here's a ground ball that will get into the hole, into left field between short and third. Joey Parliament picks up a knock. And I believe that is his 38th hit. It's 38th hit of the year. Ties in with Brett Von Dolan for the team lead. And a leadoff single brings up Andrew Hunt. Parliament does not go on that pitch, and Hunt looks at a pitch up, and Rocky King's wondering where that pitch was called. Where must have been just a hair up to Hunt. Andrew 0 for 2. So a called strike on the outside corner. Reached on a fielder's choice, stole second, and scored on Harrison Travis's base hit. You have a standing on deck. And the pitch is again in the same spot, and King kind of throws his hands out like, well, hey, where are those missing? 2 balls and a strike. Throw over to first base. Parliament is back standing. Hunt 5'11", 195 pounds. He attends University of Alabama, Birmingham. He's from Birmingham, Alabama. Played a year at Wallace State Community College, redshirted last year. Pops that one up on the left side. He got jammed. Arguelles over, and he's going to again be behind the third baseman. Going to make the catch for out number 1. Just in fair territory. Hunt is the son of Stephen and Cameron Hunt, brother to Grayson. Hello to Nana in Birmingham, and Pops and Mina in Birmingham as well. Harrison Travis, son of William and Amy Travis, stands in for his 2nd hit of the ball game. Slider apparently comes a little bit too far inside. Harrison now 2 hits in his last 14 official plate appearances in the last 4 games. 13 doubles, and Joey Parliament share the lead, the team lead in doubles. They are tied for 3rd in the Prospect League. Merrick Carter and Bryson Lofton have 14 before the day started. Driven out to right field. Judd Files is got that one measured, and he makes the catch for out number 2. So the leadoff single still standing at first base in the person of Joey Parliament. That brings up Wyatt Fuchs. Nearly hit a solo shot in his last plate appearance in the 5th, but came up just a little short and a little left of the fair pole down the left field line, 332 feet away. Fuchs looks at a called strike that whispers at the outside corner at the letters. He is 0 for 2. Did reach on a fielder's choice, but was caught stealing, attempting the steal. There's a ground ball to the left side. Third baseman Coates will not be able to get Fuchs, who he might not have hustled down the line the other day on a ground ball, or a pop-up actually, to shortstop at Lafayette, but he smoked it down the line there. Colton Coates with a bobble at third base. Let's see how that one's ruled. I'm going to guess it's going to be an E. But Coates looked like he was trying to pick it and maybe go to second base to get Parliament on the force out at second. They're going to give him an infield single.
So you going to send that to him?
That brings Ramey Harrison to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. He looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. That was a pretty well hit ground ball right to the third baseman. He bobbled, and then his throw just not in time to get Wyatt Fuchs, who might have got a gift right there, but I'm sure he's been robbed somewhere during the season. So he'll take it. 0-1 pitch, grounded weakly to the right side. Gray Wells will underhand over to Rocky King, who's covering first base. That is the 3-1 put out to retire Ramey Harris. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Full Count finally got a base runner off the relief pitcher Rocky King, but could not push anybody across. So it is 7th inning stretch time. We're going to keep it right here. Finish that scoreboard update. Don't think we had any more. We did not. But that scoreboard update is brought to you by the Full Count Ministries, the board of directors, and your program. If you've been to a ball game that's located kind of in the middle, a little bit middle and back. Board of directors include Nathan Davenport, who's the board president, John Smithson, the vice president. He's down in Nicaragua leading the trip this week. Brandon Jaggers, who's the host home family coordinator. Chad Lamberth, owner of Old Hickory Bats. Todd Hunley, the owner of Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Chad Hutton, the pastor. Dave Lamar, the 38-year, now retired former Parks director in Hendersonville. And Grant Edwards, the original members of or starter of Full Count Ministries. He's with Force and Fire and Security. Also, the international staff of Full Count Ministries includes Alex Montiel, Heidel Rubio, David Zeladon, Mario Gonzalez, he's in Honduras, Wilmer Lopez, he stays at the host home there in Mazante, Norbeen Gutierrez, Rita Meneses, and the all-star, the MVP of the international staff is the team chef, is Carolina Martinez. Of course, Reed Glover, Josh Carman, and Adam Spates, they are full-time staff here in the United States. Adam and Charlie Spates are heading back to Alabama. So the first pitch is struck out to deep left field. Taft Middleton is robbed of a extra base hit by Jacob Rowald as that ball was hit to the warning track. First pitch swinging Taft Middleton, who appeared as though he might have injured his back the last time he was at the plate, but that is Zane Brown's last batter. Let's see how many pitches he's at as Josh Carman is out of the dugout. He's going to take the baseball from Zane Brown. We're going to have a Safeware call to the bullpen after 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a break Be right back. Tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
You might get to nap, but your money doesn't. Like right now. At Volunteer State Bank, it's working hard day and night, earning 4.5% APY. Playtime, drive time, anytime. You could be out with friends or on vacation, but your money, it doesn't take a break. You've worked hard for it. Now let it work hard for you. Open a free Kasasa Cash checking account today and earn 4.5 annual percentage yield if qualifications are met on balances up to $15,000.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Safeware called to the bullpen for the Rhythm. J.D. Price from Georgia Southwestern, 6'3", 185-pound redshirt junior from Knoxville, Tennessee, is on in relief of Zane Brown. He's the son of Jimmy and Janice Price, brothers Josh, and grandson of Mamaw in Cosby, Tennessee. He is on in relief. Zane Brown, he goes 6 1/3, gives up 7 hits, 2 runs, which were earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He is the pitcher of record right now. He cannot win it, but he can lose it, as he leaves with the Danville Dans leading 2-1. JD will come in and face Mac Ketchen with 1 out, nobody on, who is now the DH for the Danville Dans after pitching the first 6 innings of this ball game. He went 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, which was earned. Walk 2, struck out 8, and hit a batter. J.D. Price. Delivers from the sidearm position and a slider in there for a called strike. JD's 14th appearance of the year. Swing and a miss by Ketchen, who doubled to lead off the 5th and scored the go-ahead run for the Dans. JD, 22 innings, giving up 22 hits, 17 runs. There 14 are earned. Walked 14, struck out 22. Now make it 23, as there is a roof store strikeout. We're out number 2 here in the 7th. That slider and devastating to the right-handed hitters as he drops down sidearm, and he's now going to face Austin Newegg, who's 1 for 2. He's got a single and a strikeout. JD trying to keep the Dans at just 2 runs. Slider, that one misses outside.
Let's go now.
I can only remember 1 bad outing from JD. Might have had another one. He has been money for Full Count. He gets that fastball in there for a called strike.
No.
Newegg, 6 foot, 185 pounds. Blue Springs lifts one out to right field. Andrew Hunt can't get to that one. Started the trip, and it falls just right inside the line. And a bloop single by Austin Newegg.
Yeah, no, that's what it was.
He's now 2 for 3. That's the 8th hit of the ball game. For the Dans, and Andrew Hendrickson has 1 of them. Swings from the left side. He drove in the go-ahead run in that 5th inning. Single to center field. He looks at another called strike on that outside corner. I think it pretty much started that way in the 5th. Price with the pitch and the 1 hopper over to Harrison Travis. Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Harrison. Out number 3, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are through 7. And the Danville Dans trying to even this 2-game homestand against the Rhythm after Full Count won 9-6 yesterday. They lead 2-1, 2 innings left. So we head to the top of the 8th after this short break. You're listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knocks it out of the park with Nashville's best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus, all new vehicles come with a Rhythm exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles, no additional charge. That's a home run. Find your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram in Madison, just 10 minutes north of Nashville.
If you've got a dream, then we've got you covered. Rhythm, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram is like no other.
Think about something for a moment. Every single business, from the smallest neighborhood bakery to the biggest multinational corporation, is someone's dream come true. The byproduct of planning and determination and hard work. If you own a business, you already know that. So you'll also understand that fire and security protection isn't just about protecting property. It's about safeguarding dreams. At Corson, that's what we've specialized in since 1946. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Let's shall. It is Jackson Cothran time. He's 1 for 3. Back to the top of the lineup. Hitting .321 coming into this game. And this is the money at bat. It'll determine whether or not that average goes up or goes down. So he is 1 for 3 in this ball game. Lefty versus lefty, and Cothran takes the first pitch for called strike. Third baseman Colton Coates playing in as Cothran is the leadoff batter. Expecting possibly a bunt, but I think Jackson Cothran's Riley Black. He lines one into right field for a base hit. Kid's just a hitter, and the ball gets under the glove of Judd Files, and Cothran, he sees the next base better than many players. He saw that one all the way, didn't take his eye off the ball, and Files let that one tip off of his glove. That should be a single and an error on the right fielder. See how the official scoring of that one goes. And now the tying run is on at second base. Jackson Cothran now 2 for 4. Brings up Joe Watkins. He's going to square around as though he's going to bunt. Everybody starts moving around. He's going to pull the bat back as that pitch from Rocky King lands low. They do rule an error on the right fielder. I guess I could go and look in the lineup. It does say Files, so I don't have to guess anymore who that is. 5th hit of the ball game. Watkins misses the bunt attempt there. Actually may have foul tipped it. Each team now with 1 error, and Full Count trying to make that one hurt. Judd Files playing very deep out in right field. As I said, he showing on the roster as a right-handed pitcher from Mississippi State University, came on for Michael Ryan. Watkins squaring around a bunt, and he apparently has a hole in that bat. He missed again. See if he has a sacrifice bunt all year. The Rhythm have 2 sacrifice bunts all year, and he doesn't have 1. Jacob Rowald, Nate Gibson. So he will, let's see if he can take a hack, maybe move the runner over with a, he won't be able to do it. So he stared at strike 3 on the outside corner of that changeup. Fooled him. He thought it was a breaking pitch. It was going to stay outside. That is the first out. The first strikeout of the ball game by Rocky King, who's on in his 2nd inning of relief of Mac Ketchum. That'll bring up another left-hander, Jacob Rowald, who's 0 for 3, looking for his first hit. Came in hitting .295. He's got a 3-game hitting streak on the line. Last 8 games, he's been in the starting lineup, gone 11 for 32 with 6 RBIs, a double, and a home run. And looking to come up big here for Full Count in the top of the 8th with a tying run and scoring position. 330 down the right field line. He's got plenty of power to drive one out of here. He gets the right pitch. Cawthorn leads off a second, and the pitch is inside for ball 2. 33rd game of the year for Jacob. 6 doubles, 2 home runs. $17 RBIs, looking for at least 18 or possibly 19. He's going to ground one to the right side, and 2 hopper is going to get into the glove of Gray Wells. Route number 2, but Cawthorn moves over to third base. Yesterday, he was at third base in the first inning, scored on a wild pitch, so that is in play. Josh Davis, the catcher, is going to have to act like a hockey goalie and not let anything by him. Have not had a wild pitch in the ball game yet for either team. That brings up Brett Von Dolan, the leading RBI man for the Rhythm. He looks at a pitch outside. He's looking for his first hit of the ball game as well. He's 0 for 3. Came in hitting .262. He's got a 3-game hitting streak as well. Called strike. Those 3 games. He's 5 for 15 with a triple and a home run. Hit that Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram yard card home run for me up in Lafayette. Swings and misses at that pitch. And the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Tying run is at third base. There are 2 outs. Tried to get him there with only 1 out, but Joe Watkins could not get the bunt down and ended up striking out looking. Ground ball by Rowald. Was the second out. King delivers a pitch outside. He doesn't throw it hard. It's just apparently hard to hit. A lot of breaking pitches, off speed. 2-2 pitch. Drilled down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is foul. On Dolan, flirting with extra bases and a tie ball game. Just hooked that one a couple feet foul down the left field line. He has 6 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 home runs. Trying to pick up his 37th RBI, which leads the team. 36 is 6th in the Prospect League in that category. 2-2 pitch is outside. Will the Full Count Ministries full count. Stay tuned near the end of the game. Maybe even after this half inning, will the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Count Rhythm under the Full Count Ministries umbrella. Full count pitch driven into left center field. He's going to get his double. And that ball game is tied as it lands in the gap. He will pick up his 7th double and his 37th RBI. Brett Von Dolan. 4-game hitting streak. And a Dudette double. Thanks to Dudette Communications. Craig Senard over at Dudette. They're located in the same little industrial complex as Framework Athletics in CrossFit Hendersonville. And this game is tied. Jackson Cawthorn with the big single and moved to second on a good base running, heads up base running. Moved to second on the misplayed ball out in right field. Joey Parliament looks at pitch high, 5'8", diminutive infielder. He's still looking for his first big fly of the year. Could it be here? Yard card. Get a call for it. Joey Parliament is going to put the Rhythm up with a 2-run bomb over the DACC sign in left field. It is directly behind Taft Middleton, who's playing very deep in left field. Andrew Hendrickson playing deep in center, as is Judd Files in right, as Parliament looks at the 2-0 change up on the outside corner for a called strike. You're not going to pull that ball, drive it out of the park. So 2 hits in the inning. It's 4 hits off of Rocky King. And 6 for the ball game. Low and outside is nobody warming in the Danville bullpen. Zane Brown now taken off the hook And Matt Ketchin no longer has an opportunity to win a ball game. As the music starts on the 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. I believe that was music here at the ballpark. First walk of the game, and that puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. So the inning started with Jackson Cawthorn's line drive into right field as pitching coach Andrew Loudermilk will come out of the Dan's dugout to have a chat with Rocky King. Jackson Cawthorn lined one into right field. That was his second hit of the ball game, and Judd Files, the replacement right fielder after Michael Ryan, the starter, went down with an injury. He took his eye off of it, and he glanced off of his glove and went behind him a few feet. Cawthorn saw it all right in front of him, and he hustled down to second base. Was there after 2 outs, or after 1 out, after a strikeout looking, then a ground ball to the right side by Jacob Rowald moved him over to third, but it wouldn't have mattered. Brett Von Dolan doubled in the left center field gap, picked up his 37th RBI of the year, 7th double. That is the 97th double of the year for Full Count. Comes in second place in that category for the Prospect League. And now a walk to Joey Parliament, and it's Andrew Hunt's time to pick up a base hit. He's 0 for 3, scored a run as the meeting is over, and Rocky King is at the set position. 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 8th, first pitch swinging, fouling that one off to the right side. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Thanks to Dylan Doris and the Doris family over at AAA Autoglass. They've been the foul ball sponsor for 2 years now. Locations in Tennessee, Florida, Kentucky, and Alabama. 0-1 pitch. King long look at second base as Von Dolan extends his lead at second. Changeup missed low and outside. Soft throwing left-hander. Giving up 4 hits, 3 singles, and a double. Parliament greeted him leading off the top of the 7th, but was stranded at second after Wyatt Fuchs had an infield single. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch is outside. Josh Davis reaching out into the left-handed batter's box to keep that one from going to the backstop. Is the PLTV TV stream still up? It is. 1 camera angle for you from right here at the press box. I am just to the right of that camera. 2-1 pitch. Popping foul off to the right side. That's headed toward the Anchor Transportation brand new bus that was delivered up last night after the bus fire that caught a bush on fire at the, we were staying at the Sleep Inn in Danville. So fire department came out, put the bush out and the bus out. 2-2 pitch. Driven into the hole in left field. That's a base hit. They're going to send the runner. The throw is going to come up short as Taft Middleton, he looks like he's injured out there. He could barely throw that ball to the cutoff man, and that's an RBI single for Andrew Hunt. Puts the Rhythm up 3-2. Brett Von Dolan comes in to score. Joey Parliament moves down to second base. Hunt 1 for 4. It's that ground ball right between short and third, and that'll bring up Harrison Travis. As I lost my yard card. Yes, you won. To Brett Von Dolan, but I think that's about the 3rd or 4th yard card that I've used up. That's also resulted in an RBI hit, typically a extra base hit, I believe. Andrew Hunt having a great game defensively for the most part. Just drives in the go-ahead run here in the top of the 8th. Rhythm lead 3-2. Harrison Travis looking at 2 balls, no strikes. Still nobody warming in the Danville bullpen, so they may be short on pitchers as well. See if he gives him anything to hit. He does not. It's high and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Danville, just like Full Count, this is game number 47 of the year, so 9 more after today. 3-0 pitch. At the letters on the inside corner for a called strike. Not a whole lot of what Rocky King throws up there is straight. Look like a cut fastball. Popped up on the left side in shallow left field. Arguelles is out. The shortstop, and he'll make the catch in the outfield grass for the third out. But the Rhythm score 2 here in the top of the 8th. They were earned and on 3 hits. RBIs by Brett Von Dolan, 2-out RBI by him to tie it, and Andrew Hunt with a 2-out single to drive in Von Dolan with the go-ahead run. No errors and 2 runners left on base. 3-2, the Rhythm lead. J.D. Price back out for the bottom of the 8th. It's his game now. Count leads. Keep it right here as Danville will take on the Du Bois County Bombers tomorrow night at Lake Stadium in Huntingburg, Indiana. And they are on the road Thursday as well. Take on the Champion City Kings in Springfield, Ohio. And they will take an overnight trip to take on Full Count Friday and Saturday. So they back that up a little bit here. They are off tomorrow. I knew I was missing a few days there. They're off tomorrow. And then they play the Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimp 2 games, Tuesday and Wednesday. Then they go on the road Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So they have a big road trip, and they are taking on 4 of those 5 games are against teams inside the division, Du Bois County, Full Count, and the normal Corn Belters. Rhythm will not play the Corn Belters this year. Rhythm will play actually only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of the 17 opponents. J.D. Price to face 9-1-2. First pitch swinging is Colton Coates. He fouls that one back to the screen. A AAA autoglass foul ball. J.D. Price came on after Zane Brown retired the first batter in the 7th. Price struck out the first batter he faced and gave up a single and then got a ground out. There's a line drive base hit up the middle that J.D. Price thought about grabbing with his pitching hand and thought better of it. Colton Coates is now 2 for 3. Grounded into a due-dat double play in his last at-bat. And had a single in the 2nd. Now the 9th hit of the ball game for the number 5 hitting team by batting average in the league. That brings up Sebastian Arguelles. He's 1 for 3. Price trying to get a ground ball to a middle infielder. Instead, it's a check swing by Arguelles. The umpire says that he went around. Strike 1. Sitting here in the outdoor, there's a high chopper to the right side. Ramey Harrison gloves, and he's going to be able to throw to first, but Harrison Travis cannot get a handle on that. Danville's going to have runners at first and third. Harrison, that was a Baltimore chop if I've ever seen one. To the right side, Harrison was able to glove it. He threw kind of on a run, maybe fading toward first base. Throw looked good. Harrison Travis just could not come up with it. Coates moves all the way over to third as the ball trickled away. And Josh Carmen, after the infield decided to gather together to have a chat on what they're going to do on the first and third situation, Josh Carmen is going to call for a new pitcher to face Judd Files, who reached on a fielder's choice last time. So we're going to have a Safeware call to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we return right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At Country Financial, we're more than just an office you may pass by as you drive through town. We're a part of your community and help support the programs that make our neighborhoods thrive. We take the time to get to know our clients. We know that every situation is unique, and our goal is to understand yours so that we can help you be confident about your financial security and your future. Call your local Country Financial representative, William Stiles, today at 615-824-7020 to talk about how we can help ensure the future you're dreaming of is something you can proudly own no matter what it looks like.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Back in the bottom of the 8th inning is Nick Judd is our safe. We're called to the bullpen. And he comes into a sticky situation with runners at first and third and nobody out on a relief of J.D. Price. Nick Judd, 6 foot, 195-pound right-hander. He's a rising redshirt junior. He changes schools from Kentucky Wesleyan. He's headed to Trevecca Nazarene University in Nashville. Son of John and Angie Judd, brother to Katie, Matthew, and Emily. And has a Meemaw in McQuady, Kentucky, staying in the host home of John and Amy Smithson, along with Harry Kane, Jonah Smithson, and I don't know, Micah Smithson, Brody Smithson, Spencer Wilkins from time to time. Who knows who else? It's just a host of testosterone over there. Way too much for Amy to handle, I'm sure, but she takes it like a trooper. Nick Judd on for his 10th appearance of the year, 5th in relief, 24 and a third innings, 27 hits, 24 runs, only 13 earned, 7 walks, 25 strikeouts, and he is facing Judd Files. First pitch that Files sees, a slider low and away. Files came on for Michael Ryan, and this is only his second at-bat of the year. He is a right-handed pitcher. Throw over to first base, and Arguelles is back. They ruled Arguelles' high chopper to second base as an infield single, and then gave Ramey Harrison an error on the throw to Harrison Travis. Another slider. This one gets in the dirt, blocked nicely by Cawthorn, and the runners remain at first and third. So Colton Coates moves to third base on the charged error to Ramey Harrison. Thought Harrison Travis, first baseman, had a pretty good opportunity to make that catch. Another disappearing pitch is they're pitching to Judd Files like he's Tony Gwynn. Apparently they don't realize that he has not been to the plate. He's got 10 appearances on the mound, but not been in that batter's box except for the second time. He gets a call on a knee-high strike on the outside corner there. Rhythm lead 3-2 after scoring 2 in the top of the 8th. Back-to-back hits. Leading off the bottom of the 8th. Another throw over to first, and Arguelles is back. Brett Bondolan over at third base, trying to keep Colton Coates close. Parliament and Ramey Harrison, middle infield, playing for a double play ball. There's a swing and a miss. And well, the Full Count Ministries full count. I'd throw that one again. It's a pretty sharp breaker there by Nick Judd. Judd, a second-year Rhythm player. Had 8 appearances last year in the regular season. 3 starts for Full Count. There's a slider, rounded foul down the third base line. Like Files was ready for that breaking pitch. In Kentucky Wesleyan last year, Nick had 11 appearances, 5 starts, had a save in 34 innings of work, 32 strikeouts. Full count last year, he had a 0.43 ERA, 26 strikeouts in 21 innings. That was just in the regular season. We did not pull up the postseason stats. Ohio Valley League stats are kind of hard to come by after the fact, and I didn't have the forethought to grab it at the end of the year. Arguelles leads off, does not go. That's sliced out to right or center field. That's going to be caught. Watkins makes the catch, and a strong throw to the cutoff man will keep both runners at first and third. I might have had to test that arm right there, but it was a line drive, kind of sinking, and Watkins came in to make the catch. But Coates didn't look like he wanted to have any part of Joe Watkins' throw. Very strong arm out there. Of course, Andrew Hunt, right field, has 3 assists in this game alone. So now 1 out, and a do-that double play will get you out of the inning. Gray Wells stands in. He's 1 for 3. Left-handed hitter. Facing the right-handed pitcher, Nick Judd. Let's see if Arguelles goes here. He does not. Pitches in the dirt, blocked again, or smothered by Jackson Cawthorn, who's catching his 3rd straight game. Again, if you're not aware, the Rhythm are down 3 catchers, really. Caden Wilkes has left the club. Throw over to first. Arguelles is back. Caden Usry is battling some dental issues. He should be back with the club maybe Tuesday. Hopefully. Riley Black hopefully will be back. He's been on a break tending a wedding of a friend. That pitch is fouled down the third base line between the third base coach, Eric Coleman, and the third base runner, Colton Coates. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Runners at the corners here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brian Brown. I'd put him on there. Brian Brown just texted and said if they need Barrett, he's available. That's the younger brother of Zane Brown, who went 6 1/3. Another sliced foul in to the just past the stands. He could handle it. I know Barrett could handle it. Rising junior at White House High School. Hey, you better have signed up for the Full Count Fall League, Brian. We've got sign-ups. They'll cut it off at some point. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Nick Judd. And the breaking pitch catches the outside corner for a roof score strikeout. The first strikeout of the ball game by Nick Judd. He's faced 2 and set down 2. That is out number 2 of the inning. And now Josh Davis will step to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Flew out into a double play in the first. He thought it was going to be a sac fly, but strong arm of Andrew Hunt from right field. Gunned down Michael Ryan. Breaking pitch missed somewhere in the inside corner, says Jackson Cawthorn, who turns around and looks like he had maybe a question or be chatting, I assume, with the home plate umpire, Steve Bernardino. Davis popped out and lined out to the right fielder. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Runner still at the corners. There's a fastball, almost looked like a pitch out, although I would say if Arguelles takes off, they're going to let him go. I don't know. I would throw down. Arguelles with 12 stolen bases, but he's been nabbed 5 times. They are not taking a chance. He hasn't even sniffed an attempt at taking off to second base. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Breaking pitch is popped up out of play. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Bullpens. They might take you up on that. They'd let him probably catch some bullpens. He hadn't had enough baseball. Brian said not to actually play. They wouldn't let him play. He's not a college student. Got to be on a roster. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nick Judd trying to wiggle off the hook. Ground ball to the left side. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. And this game is tied. I'm not sure if Jackson Gothran called the pitch he really wanted to call or not, but he seemed upset, kind of looked over at the dugout. I think that Josh Carmen's been allowing Gothran to call the pitches, but he's still looking over. Maybe it's our bus driver, Steve, that's calling the pitches now. I see him standing in the dugout. So coach, right now, I would assume, well, maybe that's not a unearned run because he'd be at second base. Now runners at first and second. Slice to Joey Parliament on one hop. He'll underhand to Ramey Harrison. Off the bat of Taft Middleton. And he's retired on the fielder's choice, but the 2-out single by Josh Davis delivers a tie ball game as we head to the ninth. 3-3. We'll take a break. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Hey, I've been thinking, bank fees can seem pretty cruel. Well, they did until I went to Volunteer State Bank. I found a bank with a local personalized service and free checking. Yeah, may I present to you Kasasa. Now, it's kind of like my checking account is paying me instead of the other way around. Visit one of our 11 locations or anywhere you have a phone. Real people, real solutions right here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Pitcher on for the Danville Dans, and he's coming over from first base. This is Gray Wells. That would be the third pitcher on for the Dans. Let's see who the new first baseman is. Looks like our catcher, Josh Davis, is going to go over to first base. See if I can figure out who our new catcher is. Typically pretty hard to do with the, there we go. We're going to hear the changes. Okay, 21, Nate Vargas. I think was in the ball game yesterday. He was not. That was Hunter Faldo. So Nate Vargas, the new catcher. First pitch swinging is Jacob Tobias, who's pinch hitting for Wyatt Fuchs, and he lines one down into the Rhythm bullpen for a AAA autoglass foul ball. Tobias swinging at the first pitch. Pitch hitting here in the top of the ninth inning. There's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Deliberate, straight pitch right across the plate that Tobias must have looked at all that was going on out there on the mound and couldn't swing. 0-2 pitch. Swings at that one and fouls it straight back. AAA autoglass foul ball. Jacob Tobias, sophomore, headed back to Lipscomb University. New pitcher, Gray Wells. We've got number 8, number 10, and now number 11 pitch. Popped up to the left side. This might be playable for Colton Coates. He's over to the screen or the fence, and it just lands on the other side. Another AAA autoglass foul ball. Wyatt Fuchs ends his afternoon with a 1-for-3 day as a DH. So Tobias in as the new DH here in the top of the ninth inning. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Tobias looks at a breaking pitch that Vargas tried to pull back into the strike zone, but does not get the call. That'll be the first ball of the at bat. That one hits Jacob Tobias. That is his team leading 8th plunking of the year. So there is the go-ahead run on base to lead off the top of the 9th. Let's see if we can get to some statistical accomplishments for Gray Wells on the mound. This is his second appearance, his second inning of work. He has 1 inning, walked 1, struck out 1. He's faced 2 batters. Actually, he's had to face, well, unless he got a double play. He's going to face Ramey Harrison here. Swings away and fouls that one back off of our new catcher. So no sacrifice bunting here in the top of the 9th. Tried that once and it didn't work. Actually tried it twice here in the series. Jacob Rowald popped out to the catcher in yesterday's game. And Joe Watkins missed on 2 attempts earlier in this game and ended up striking out. Tobias is a threat to run, does not here. That's cracked out to right center field, and over and dropping the ball is center fielder Andrew Hendrickson. A diving attempt. That should be a base hit for Ramey Harrison as that was lined. I don't know how you can give an error to an outfielder who has to dive to make an attempt at it. So we'll see how that one's ruled, but runners are going to be at first and second regardless. Says that Wyatt Fuchs was hit by a pitch, so we'll have to get the official score to go back and correct that. That brings up Jackson Cothran, who's 2 for 4. Looks at a changeup that misses inside. Pardon me while I text. 1 ball, no strikes, no bunting here. It gets in on the hands of Cothran, and he fouls that one off. AAA autoglass foul ball. Wells delivers another pitch that's hacked on by Cothran. He fouls it back. And they did credit Ramey Harrison with a single. Good golly. One ball, 2 strike pitch. Drilled out to right center field. This should move the runner to third. Over is Files in the gap, and he makes the catch and throw to third base is going to allow Ramey Harrison to move up to second. That was not a smart play out there in right field, but it is a pitcher playing right field. So fly out by Jackson Cothran, but it was deep enough that Jacob Tobias could move up easily, and Ramey Harrison scooted over to second base on the misplay, not hitting the cutoff man. So runners now at second and third with Joe Watkins at the plate. He's looking for his first hit of the ball game. 1 out, the infield is in. Off-speed pitch by Gray Wells on for his second inning of work on the season. Gray Wells from Anderson University. It shows him as an infielder. 5'11", 210 pounds. He's a South Carolinian. Fastball misses outside. Ramey Harrison able to get a huge lead at second base, so base hit here will score him easily as every infielder is playing in front of him. They're playing on the grass. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. That's at the letters on the outside corner, or at least eyeball the outside corner. couple balls off the plate. I think our internet's been working pretty good here lately. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Breaking pitch, it's in the left-handed batter's box, called for a strike 2. It's not close enough to be a strike. So get your fungo out, because you're going to have to hit anything that Gray Wells throws to the plate here. 2-2 is that one does slip a little bit low, and well, the full count Ministries full count. Nobody warming up in the bullpen. I'm guessing they're out of pitching for this week, so they have moved to the position players. Gray Wells, 3-2 pitch is outside. Joe Watkins going to reach on the base on balls. So a hit batter, a single, a fly out, and the bases are juiced. That'll bring up Jacob Rowald, hard hitting left fielder for full count. He's looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 4 as the pitching coach will come out and have a chat. I want to take a brief break. See if I can go ahead and play a quick commercial here. Be right back.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Meeting at the mound still taking place. So I've lost my cushion. There it is. You get to see the best part of me. Live internet, folks. Trying to get the official score, give him the heads up before he gets too far down the road. You have to go back and make the change. We're set to play baseball. The infield's still in. The first pitch to Rowald is high. With the bases loaded, 1 out. Rhythm trying to take the lead back here in the top of the 9th inning. Tobias down at third. Fastball rides high as sudden Gray Wells is rearing back and throwing. He stretches out there on the mound almost like his lower back is not feeling well. He's got a 2-0 count to Jacob Rowald. Just hit a ball hard somewhere, Jacob. 3 balls, no strikes. Not sure if Wells is a two-way player at Anderson University or not. I'm going to guess he's not. If he was, probably would show on the roster. 3-0 pitch. It's high and outside, and there is the RBI walk, second walk in a row, given up by Gray Wells, and the Rhythm retaking the lead 4-3 is 3 freebies here in the inning. Brett Von Dolan. If I had a yard card, if only I had a yard card. He did me one time. He had a RBI double in his last at bat, put the Rhythm up 3-2. Danville scored in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 count now to Von Dolan as that break pitch floated in there, and Gray Wells decided to throw another one, and Von Dolan fouled that one back. Bases remain loaded. Rhythm up 4-3, and there's only 1 out. The infield is in. Von Dolan looking at an 0-2 pitch. Let's see if he comes back with another breaking pitch. The 0-2 is another breaking pitch, trying to nibble at that outside corner. Nate Vargas, the new catcher, reached out into the left-handed batter's box to snag that one before it went to the backstop. Wells has his sign and delivers. That's outside. Wells doesn't really want to have a whole lot to do with throwing a fastball to Brett Von Dolan, who could turn one around in a second. 4 home runs on the season, picked up his 37th RBI. Looking for more right here on this 2-2 pitch. 1 out. And a pitch popped up and out of play. AAA Autoglass foul ball. Count Rhythm trying to sweep the series with the Danville Dans. Which is outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count to Brett Von Dolan, third baseman for full count. The pitch drilled down a right field line, but it will go foul off the netting down at the hitting cages down the right field line. Rhythm reliever will come out and snag that one. Wells back at the belt to deliver. There's ground ball that will sneak through into left field, rounding third base and coming to the plate. Joe Watkins as the throw goes to third base, and there are 2 more ribeye steaks for Brett Von Dolan as he singles through the drawn-in infield. Probably would have been a single into left field anyway, but Ramey Harrison and Joe Watkins come in to score. That puts the Rhythm up 6-3. Jacob Rowald moves down to second base, and Joey Parliament comes to the plate. There's that base hit right there is going to send a few folks home. Parliament takes a breaking pitch low and outside. Joey is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's been hit by a pitch and he's reached on a walk. Also singled in the 7th. Look for a big hit here. Pops that one up to the right side. It'll be playable. Over is Austin Newegg, and he'll make the catch just in fair territory for out number 2. And that'll bring to the plate Andrew Hunt. He had an RBI single in the 8th. He actually drove in the go-ahead run. Von Dolan drove in the tying run. Now the Rhythm leads 6-3. Great Wells looks back at second, and the pitch to Hunt is low and outside. The 8th batter to come to the plate for full count this inning. We have 2 hits in the inning. Ramey Harrison and that 2-run single by Von Dolan. Hunt looks at a pitch, 3 baseballs in the outside corner for a called strike. Only 1 extra base hit of the day, and that's Brett Von Dolan, who's now 2 for 5 in this game. Breaking pitch misses low, blocked by Vargas. Nate Vargas, the new catcher. Josh Davis moved out to first base when Gray Wells moved to pitcher's mound. Hunt looks at another pitch low and outside. Helen Brown rooting for the full count Rhythm. Hello, Helen. Thanks for joining us on Facebook page and for your comments. Another pitch in the left-handed batter's box for a called strike. Umpire is ready to go. He's ready to move things along. Got to get to our La Quinta Inns and Suites alumni spotlight after this half inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 3 runs already in. Runners both go as that ball is lifted down to the full count bullpen for another AAA Autoglass foul ball. Somebody trying to hand me another cell phone. I'm just the visiting broadcaster. I'm nobody. Be careful. Don't fall down. Folks losing their cell phones here at Danville Stadium. Full count Ministries, full count as the runners are off with the pitch. Is another slice into the bullpen. Heads up down there, fellers. Maybe Morgan Davis down there, big 6'5" right-hander. in the transfer portal. I see Pedro Pulliam down there, Raleigh Claunch. Full count pitch again. That's going to miss low and outside. Third walk of the inning by Gray Wells. There's nobody going to come and relieve him. Base is now loaded for Harrison Travis. He got a single in the second. He struck out, flew out, and popped out since then. Facing Gray Wells on in relief, the third pitcher for Danville Dans. That breaking pitch gets in there for a called strike. That was a slow breaking pitch out of the hand of Gray Wells. The 0-1 pitch drilled down the third base line, but it's foul over the head of Jacob Rowald down at third base. Rowald's at third, Brett Von Dolen's at second, and Andrew Hunt is at first base. And the count goes 0-2. Time is called. And now everybody's set. 2 outs. Bases loaded again. Ninth batter to come to the plate for full count. Travis stays in the count 0-2 as that pitch is fouled off the screen in front of us. We have an open press box here. Open air. Old-timey stadium here at Danville, Illinois. The Danville Stadium. Read about it on the Prospect League history page. So that 0-2 pitch sails high. Six runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for full count. 3 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Danville Dans. With them trying to take 2 or heading home tonight. Breaking pitch outside, blocked by Nate Vargas. This is Gray Wells' second appearance of the year. Gone 1. We've gotten 3 outs. Not sure how many batters. It says he's faced 2 batters, so that was in a previous game. Fastball misses out and up, and we'll have another full count Ministries. Full count as the runners will be on the hop here with Harrison Travis at the plate. He's looking to drive in some runs of his own. Full count pitch popped up and out of play. A full count first pitch foul ball if you're keeping track at home. About 53% of the time. Ken Stegall still keeps up with that. He's our official scorer from the scores table for home games. Looking forward to seeing the rhythm section back at Drakes Creek Park on Tuesday as we take on the Cape Catfish. Full count pitch to Harrison Travis, misses low and away, picks up an RBI. That's an easy one. The second walk with the bases loaded. And the 4th walk of the inning plates Jacob Rowald as he walked and drove in a run. And the Rhythm now leads 7-3. The man who started it all off is back at the plate. Jacob Tobias was hit by a pitch leading off the inning. He came in as a pinch hitter for Wyatt Fuchs. He's back up there with the bases loaded. He swings at the first pitch, off speed, changeup, and he fouls that back. AAA Autoglass foul ball. He is the owner of the only Grand Slam this year for the Full Count Rhythm, and he's got another opportunity right here. Who has a yard card? Drilled to high to right field, but it doesn't have enough juice. Over as Judd Files, Tobias looked at it for a half a second, but then realized that was not going to have enough oomph. He flies out to end the inning. But the Rhythm score 1, 2, 3, 4 runs. They're all earned on 1, 2 hits. A lot of help from Gray Wells. No errors in the inning. 3 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Rhythm leads 7-3. Let's get to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, found in the New Testament. It's in one of the Gospels, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verse 23. It says, "Then he said to them all," this is Jesus talking, red letters in my Bible, "whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me." Find that in Luke chapter 9, verse 23. That is the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. We head to the bottom of the ninth. A Safeware call to the bullpen as Ryan Sweeney out of the Rhythm bullpen. Not a save situation, but he will come on to face somebody. I think this is going to be Nate Vargas. It will be, who is hitting in the place of Mac Ketchen. He came in for Ketchen, who was the DH, then, or was the pitcher, then a DH, and then now he's out of the ball game. So Nate Vargas came in at the top of the ninth to be the new catcher. He will hit in the sixth slot. Ryan Sweeney, a right-hander out of Franklin, Tennessee, attends Trevecca Nazarene University, 5'11", 185 pounds, from Centennial High School. He's the son of Ed and Julie Sweeney and the brother to Bryson, grandson of Papa and Nana in College Grove, Tennessee, and Mimi in Franklin, Tennessee. As he is out of the bullpen for the 17th time, that leads Full Count relief pitchers, or actually all pitchers, in appearances. A 1.96 ERA. He has a win. He gets no losses. 2 saves, and as I said, this is not a save opportunity. 18 in the third innings. He's only given up 6 hits. 6 runs, and only 4 of those were earned. He has walked 17 in those 18 innings, but he struck out 34. That's almost 2 an inning, and he had a streak of 12 strikeouts in a row, and he had that string broken at Lafayette on Friday night. And he will face the left-handed hitting Nate Vargas. Austin Newegg is on deck, as is Andrew Hendrickson in the hole. First pitch is left outside, as Ryan Sweeney looked like he tried to put a little gas on that one. Trying to get the sweep. There's a fastball that whispers at the outside corner for a called strike. Nate Vargas, 6'3", 210-pound rising junior at UC Santa Barbara. He's from Rockland, California. Yes, that pitch hits in the dirt, comes up and is blocked by our home plate umpire, Steve Bernardino. Vargas hitting .299. This is game number 21 of the year. Has a double. Sorry, he has 2 doubles. Forgot about that other one. The triple, 8 RBIs. Now he's looking at a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Shirley Ann Hunt staying around for the final game, waiting for the Frosted Luau player of the game, and Ryan Sweeney has just walked the first batter of the inning. Troll does sneak up on Ryan from time to time. Yes, Austin Newegg, who's 2 for 3, stands in. Rhythm had turned 2 double plays, 3 double plays today. 2 ground ball double plays, and the fly out, throw him out at the plate double play. See if they can throw another one in there just for the fun of it. Fastball high for ball 1 to Newegg. Susie Duell out in sunny San Diego. Still listening in. She's the mother of pitching coach Jordan Duell. As that pitch is fouled off, it'll come right onto the roof over me as it knocks something out of underneath the roof. Maybe some wood chips. Some youngsters will head outside to see if they can find that foul ball. 7 runs and 9 hits for full count. 3 runs, 11 hits. There's a fastball in the outside corner. So the Rhythm will lose the battle of hits if the game ends here in the 9th in both games. But that's not where your bread is buttered. It's in that runs column. And full count won 9-6 yesterday and leads 7-3 here. Breaking pitch catches Newig looking. There's a roof store strikeout. That is number, it's a 35 of the year for Ryan Sweeney. It is 35 now. Backward K in the book. Andrew Hendrickson, a left-handed hitter, stands in. He's 1 for 3, and he could end the ball game here with a ground ball. He doesn't. He smokes one out to right center field, and that's going to get down and get into the gap. Diving attempt by Andrew Hunt. Throw from Watkins to second base is cut off, and that will be a double by Hendrickson. It's now 2 for 4. And runners at second and third. Might be the first hit given up by Andrew Sweeney in a while. Let's see when the last hit had been against Jackson Rockabilly's way back on July 2nd. He started a strikeout streak that night. I don't think he had. All right, Tim, let's see if we can find the right spot. Left-handed hitting Colton Coates at the plate. 1 out and 2 on. Looks at a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. The 0-1, another breaking pitch and another called strike. Coach singled in the third, grounded into a 1-6-3 double play, and singled and scored in the 8th inning. Break pitch sails high. Snagged there by Jackson Cawthorn on a hard slider low and outside. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting third baseman Colton Coates. Two, just below the knees, outside corner, full count. Ministries full count. Last hit besides that double by Andrew Hendrickson given up by Ryan Sweeney was on July 27th at O'Fallon in an 11-4 loss. Full count pitch, grounded to the right side. Harrison Travis going to step on first base, but a run will come in. But right now the Rhythm will trade outs for runs, RBI ground out as he steps on the base. But Nate Vargas comes in to score. Now 7-4. The tying run is in the on-deck circle. Hendrickson moves over to third base. And Sebastian Arguelles, the leadoff batter, stands in. Brett Von Dolan with 2 hits, 3 RBIs. That ball is lifted out to center field. This should end the ball game. Arguelles doesn't even run to first base as Joe Watkins makes the catch for out number 3. And this one belongs to the Rhythm. Full count with 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Take this ball game 7-4 and move to 23-24 on the season. Now 1 game below 500. Danville falls to 26-21. And the winning pitcher is, let's see if that ends up being J.D. Price. He was in He is not. It's going to be Nick Judd that gets the win here. Let's see where that puts Nick Judd. That gives him his second win in 5 decisions. And the losing pitcher, I believe, is Gray Wells. Gray Wells will get the loss, and he will fall to 0-1. No save for Ryan Sweeney as it was a 4-run deficit. 7 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for full count, 4 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error for Danville. And the Rhythm take 2 games from Danville, who started this game in 3rd place. They were the first half winner in the Central Division Eastern Conference. And our Frosted Luau player of the game is Brett Von Dolan. He goes 2 for 5. It's his 2 hits late in the game and 3 RBIs. Other notables, let's see. Jackson Cawthorn had a couple hits in 5 at-bats. Nobody else with 2 hits in the ball game. So, Frosted Luau player of the game is Brett Von Dolan. Let's see how many that is for Brett. That is now 3 on the season. Team leader tied is Jacob Tobias and Zane Brown with 4. So Vondo gets 1 closer. Did not get to our La Quinta Inns and Suites. I'm going to go ahead and tell you who it was. It was Jackson Benjamin. He was a 3-year player from late to 21, 22, and 23 from Lenore-Rhine. Jackson Benjamin, our La Quinta Inns and Suites alumni spotlight today. The Rhythm get it done. 3 games on the road, all 3 wins, and now move to 1 game below 500. We'll take on the Danville Dans next Friday and Saturday. They'll get a day off tomorrow night, and then back at home against the Cape Catfish on Tuesday. Then back on the road for the last overnight road trip to take on Rex baseball in Terre Haute with the 3 games in 2 days, and then back home. So that'll do it. The Rhythm get the win. Let's see, that game finished at about, we'll go pretty close, 2 hours and 50 minutes is unofficial game time. And I want to thank all of you for joining us. The Nurembergers from Illinois, right here in Illinois. Apparently we're too far away. It's a long way. Linda Ford says yay. Randy Perry also listening in. Shirley Ann Hunt. And all of you, thank you for watching, tuning in on the Full Count Broadcast Network on YouTube and Facebook. Day off tomorrow. We'll be back home to take on the Cape Catfish. For head coach Josh Carmen, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you all. We'll talk to you again soon on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm baseball game presented by Full Count Ministry and Rhythm Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. See you next time on the Full Count Broadcast Network.